Hello again everyone, Jay Hogan, Operations Director at Zeal Tax. As you can see from up here, we're providing next generation tax advice. Again, we've got a zest for what we do and enthusiasm which hopefully is coming across now. And again, just to reiterate on my 45 seconds, we will tell you on a human level what we are doing for you and what those results will be tailored for you. Next slide please. So again, a little bit about Zeal. So we were established in 2017. Our office is based in Worcester, but we also have another office in Newport, South Wales. We were actually the first independent capital allowances consultant based in Wales. Again, we've got chartered tax advisors and surveying professionals across the Midlands and Wales, but again, we've got access to clients all across the UK. So we've got surveyors that can facilitate, whether it be in the Highlands in Scotland, Northern Ireland, down south. We facilitate all across the UK, so it really doesn't matter where they could be potentially based. So again, we unlock tax savings, so there is normally cash rebates as well, but we try and market it in a way that this is a way to heavily reduce your tax liabilities moving forward if your property qualifies. Again, we work with clients, professional advisors and associations all across the UK. So these are a few examples. We've actually got many more, so please do take a look on our website. I suppose the whole point of this is that if we can be trusted by these organisations that have thousands of members, hopefully it means that the people in this room can trust us as well. Next slide, please. Capital allowances. Again, this is our core service. We do have other services, but in terms of what I want to focus on, at least for the foreseeable future, it's capital allowances claims. So long story short, what that is, if you know a business property owner, I say business property owner rather than just commercial, because we deal with a lot of kennel and cattery owners, guest houses, B&Bs, and they always say, because I live there, it can't be done. That's not the case. Long story short, anyone who owns a business property, bought it for over £100,000 and they haven't done this, very likely we can get them something back. Next slide, please. Again, 4 million is what we submit every single month. So that's in unclaimed capital allowances. That's not the actual cash back, but again, still a figure that we're very proud of. And in terms of the average claim, so that's roughly around £25,000 per property. So what it is, it's £25,000 in tax savings. So again, whether you receive a cash rebate or whether that's future relief, it all depends on the specifics. Usually, the more tax you pay, the more tax relief you will get, as a general rule of thumb. Next slide, please. So again, it's split into several types of claims. So the main core of our business is on purchase claims. You've got a client, they purchased property for 500 grand in 2012, for argument's sake. That is a purchase claim. We will retrospectively claim on their embedded fixtures and fittings. And then there's also refurbishments and conversion claims, as well as construction claims. Again, accountants will typically assist with a construction claim, but it's not always the case. Again, it's just worth double checking. And there are quite a few situations where we've assisted clients where their accountant has claimed on a construction, for argument's sake, but we've uplifted that by 20%. Usually, it's because we're going and doing a detailed, full forensic survey of the site, which may or may not always be done by the accountant themselves. No offence. Next slide, please. Capital allowance on purchase of buildings. Yeah, next slide, please. So this is a short video which will summarise it.
As a business property owner, the subject of tax is enough to want to make you stop watching this video. But if you carry on watching, your bank balance might be better off for it. Imagine you could claim tax relief for embedded fixtures in your building. Items like lighting, heating systems, the pipeworks in your walls and beneath your floors, even the handles and locks on your doors. Imagine receiving a cash tax rebate from HMRC and reducing your tax bills for several years. You can, thanks to government legislation called Capital Allowances Tax Relief. Capital Allowances Tax Relief allows you to claim a tax rebate on anything in your building that wouldn't fall out if some scary giant came along, turned it upside down and shook it. Thanks to our team of friendly, specialist tax experts who are lovely, clever people, not scary giants, we've helped business property owners identify millions in unclaimed capital allowances that their accountant was unable to. If you're wondering why your accountant hasn't claimed for you, or perhaps thinking they already have, the truth is, even though it's about tax, it's not a service your accountant would provide, simply because you need the skills of specialist surveyors and capital allowances experts, just like us. So, if you purchased, built or extended your property for more than £100,000 and you have been paying tax in the UK for the last 2 years, you could receive a cash rebate. Rest assured, 100% of our submitted claims are approved by HMRC, and our no-win, no-fee policy means you have nothing to lose and lots to gain. What's more, we do all of the hard work for you. We just need a few minutes of your time to check that your property qualifies. So, what are you waiting for? Book an appointment with one of our tax experts who can tell you whether you're eligible and how much capital tax relief you might be entitled to.
Thank you. I don't think we need any more slides there. That's pretty much the time. But again, just to say, for anyone that's not sure about this is not a scheme or a loophole. It's based on UK tax legislation, it's statutory tax legislation. The point is, even though it's been around for a long time, not many people are aware of this. Anyone who's bought a property for over £100,000, please keep this in mind. Thank you.